Building Ideas is proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.
We got ideas,
Building
a
ideas,
whole new direction.
building ideas,
It's time for change.
building ideas,
Dreaming is over.
building ideas,
Building ideas, gonna build it from the heart. Gonna show you how to make a start. We got ideas, building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Building Ideas. Terry and I are excited to be back because we're going to show you some fantastic master built homes, as well as we're going to look at the latest trends and styles on the home front, which is really exciting. And to kick it all off, we're going to start off with this amazing show home. It's special for two reasons, because it's been built by multi-award winning master builders Finesse Built, and it's been built for a very special purpose. This spectacular home was built for the Little Heroes Foundation in order to raise funds for the outstanding work they do. Little Heroes Foundation was established over 20 years ago to support seriously ill children and their families, so they can have access to the very best care, regardless of how rare their diagnosis is. On average, approximately 750 children aged between birth and 14 years old are diagnosed with cancer each year in Australia. That's 14 children a week whose lives and family lives are changed forever, and that doesn't include those that are diagnosed with rare or serious illnesses. I mean, that figure is just staggering. Over the years, the Foundation has contributed over $20 million towards new equipment and facilities at the Adelaide Women's and Children's Hospital, which has funded major pieces of equipment and refurbishments. In 2012, the Little Heroes Care program was launched, and it's programs like this into which people like Matt Beckwith and his team at Finesse Built fit into the picture. You see, Matt Beckwith, who is the Managing Director of Finesse Built, had a friend whose daughter was recently diagnosed with an aggressive cancer. She was already being helped by the Little Heroes Foundation, so he had the idea if he could build a luxury home, then all the proceeds could go straight towards the foundation. That's exactly what happened, and the dream has now become a reality, and this is an absolute credit to Finesse Built and what they've been able to achieve. The home is located in Somerton Park and has an abundance of street appeal given the combination of various building materials and products that have been combined. Naturally, it has everything a family could wish for, including a sparkling in-ground pool. We'll get to all of that throughout today's program because I'm going to walk you through this entire home. But first of all, this is what else is on today's show. Terry pops into the brand new Koroma Showroom at Nord, which is literally overflowing with great bathroom ideas. Regardless if you're having a new bathroom built or thinking about renovating an old one, you're bound to be inspired. We'll provide you with a bit of an industry update, giving you an insight into what's happening on the building front here in South Australia. And we'll hear from the experts at the Environment Protection Authority about caring for our stormwater systems. It's a busy show, so to get it all started, it's over to Terry.
Thank you, Nicole. What a sensational idea the Building Dreams home is. It warms the heart, and it's a testament to the team at Finesse Built for being involved. Really, it's all about doing the right thing, isn't it? Which conveniently brings us to our next subject, doing the right thing when it comes to collecting your rainwater, looking after your water tank, and making sure that it's fit for domestic consumption. In South Australia, we're pretty good at using water efficiently, and sensible water conservation is something we continue to embrace and are now learning from a young age. One way to make a valuable contribution to reducing water use is through rainwater collection. It helps reduce your costs and improve our state's sustainability. Rainwater is usually free of contamination, however, this can change during collection and storage. Domestic tanks aren't always secure, and rainwater doesn't generally undergo the same level of testing and treatment as drinking water that's supplied to houses connected to SA Water's network. Torsten Mosisch is from the Australian Water Quality Centre, a leading-edge laboratory within SA Water. Torsten, if people are looking to use their rainwater, what should they be considering before they turn the tap on?
If you've got a rainwater tank, microorganisms such as bacteria and metal traces can potentially contaminate the water in the tank, making it taste bad, stain clothes, and also often making it unsafe for drinking or for cooking use. And we also often find droppings from birds and possums in rainwater tanks, while corroding pipes and runoff from roofing materials can find their way into rainwater tanks as well.
How can you check or test your rainwater to make sure that it's fit for consumption?
SA Health provides handy tips about how to maintain a clean water supply from a rainwater tank. But if anyone has a general concern about their rainwater tank, the Australian Water Quality Centre offers a range of expert testing services to ensure the quality and safety of the rainwater.
Thank you, Torsten. Some great advice there, along with some handy tips for saving water around the home. Now, if you want more information, it's simple. Visit the website, awqc.com.au.
Building ideas, we got some building ideas. You want some building ideas, we got some building ideas.
There are so many things to consider when it comes to building and renovating, not least of which are fixtures and fittings. Now, all of the choices and decisions to be made during this stage of your reno or new build can be quite overwhelming, but fear not, we have a solution, not a complete one, but one for this particular stage. This is the brand new Koroma Showroom, and inside here are the answers to all of your questions when it comes to a new bathroom and kitchen, I've been told. Koroma is an iconic Australian company with over 75 years experience in creating bathrooms and kitchens. It's a trusted household brand that's synonymous with top quality tap and sanitary ware, and Koroma's distinctly Australian designs, coupled with their leadership in water conservation, will enable you to create your own dream bathroom and kitchen, all whilst doing your bit to save and protect our precious water. This state-of-the-art showroom, or should I say experience centre, is brimming with the latest looks and trends on the bathroom front. Whether it's taps, basins, sanitary ware, baths, showers, this place has it all. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that it is the place to come if you're looking for a bathroom solution. And here is the fun part. While you're here, you can actually get the design of your dreams using this very cool 3D planner. You can also consider your fixtures and fittings while you're here. Plus, if you get into a bind, the very friendly and professional team of designers can help you get the best out of what you want. You can't have two baths in the... Can you have two baths in a... Designed for different tastes, needs and various walks of life, Koroma's wide range of styles, smart designs and sustainable innovation provide you with everything you need to create the sanctuary of your dreams. There is a display concept to suit every taste and style here, and the good thing is that you can come on down and see for yourself. Have a look and a touch at the designs, plus see all the different brands that are available. It really is a fun place. What are you waiting for? Come on down, 49 The Parade, Norwood.
No shortage of inspiration there. Actually, mental note to self, must get into Koroma and check out the tap where it looked great in the powder room. Actually, on a totally different subject, but just as important, let's talk about superannuation with Cbus. Cbus Super is the leading national industry super fund for building, construction and allied industries. Cbus manages more than $50 billion in super on behalf of over 790,000 members. There's some staggering figures. Hi Martha, there's so much happening in the building and construction industry which is absolutely fantastic. Thinking about the future, because we have to, a retirement sneaks up on us very, very quickly. What can Cbus do in planning for our retirement?
Yeah, well, as an industry super fund, we are run only to benefit our members. We actually invest back in the industry, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth right throughout the country. Cbus is highly rated by independent bodies such as Super Ratings, which has awarded Cbus with 10 years platinum performance and recognised us as Best Value for Money Super Fund in 2018. Members enjoy a range of benefits including strong long-term performance, even though markets tend to fluctuate over time. We have low fees and choice of investment options and protection through insurance. which includes death cover, total and permanent disablement cover, and income protection for our members in the professional and non-manual occupations. And we offer our members help where and when it's needed through various channels, including our local coordinators. For those who want, they can call our trained contact centre between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m, weekdays Eastern Standard Time. Our members can also log into their accounts via our member portals or a CBUS mobile app to access their information and make changes whenever they like. So as you can see, Nicole, we are here to serve our members and provide them with the best retirement possible.
How does super actually work?
Superannuation is basically saving for your retirement. So generally, your employer pays a minimum of 9.5% of your annual salary into your super fund, and this is called the super guarantee. And it can also be topped up by contributions up to certain limits. For those eligible, the government can contribute to your super through co-contributions and the low income super contribution. And your super fund is invested so it grows. The end result is at retirement you've accumulated a nest egg that you can live off.
Do we have a choice of how the money is actually invested?
Yes, you do. So superannuation is just an investment vehicle. CBUS offer a diverse range of investment options to suit your goals and your investment timeframe and your preferred level of risk. It's a good idea to grab our product disclosure statement and have a read just to make sure it's the right fund for you.
Well, that sounds good and it makes a whole lot of sense. How do we find out more?
Okay, well you can jump onto our website at www.cbussuper.com.au or call our call centre from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekdays Eastern Standard Time on 1300 361 784, or why not just come down to the ground floor at 50 Flinders Street.
You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Don't you just love the way our city skyline has evolved and changed over the last few years? And I tell you what, it's very exciting and there's no signs of it stopping. The cranes are up, the scaffolding is up, it is onwards and upwards. But the same could be said for our suburban streets. You turn a corner and there's often a new build or a renovation underway. This is a very good sign for our industry and also the economy. The building industry employs around 70,000 people across South Australia. They build our homes, schools, hospitals, shopping centres, roads and other infrastructure, not to mention renovating our gracious heritage buildings as well. People are often quick to say we're a little conservative in Adelaide, but when you look around at some of the funky bars, cafes and restaurants that have recently been built and opened, I think it's fair to say that's definitely not the case. Our state is brimming with stylish, beautifully designed and built homes and commercial buildings, many of which have been built by master builders. Now it's these guys and girls who really know what they're doing. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that they're the ones that are setting the standards for excellence in this state. In fact, master builders have been leaving their footprint on this state since 1884. Which is why you can trust them to do a good job. All master builders are bound by a code of ethics. They're trained and appropriately licensed, and the majority have a vast array of knowledge in their particular field or area of expertise. To find a master builder for your next building or renovation project, jump onto the website mbasa.com.au. There is a raft of information for both members and the public to help with your next building project. Plus, it's a good way to start your career in the industry. So, what are you waiting for?
Some great advice there from Terry. You know, it's quite amazing how much is going on around the city and in the suburbs in regard to building. It's a dynamic industry to be involved with. And to top it all off, there's some fantastic people in the building industry. I mean, take Matt Beckwith from Finesse Built and his wonderful team. If you've only just joined us, they built this incredible home along with an array of tradies, suppliers and a host of volunteers as well. And all the money went directly towards the Little Heroes Foundation. Little Heroes Foundation has achieved some truly inspirational results. From the McGuinness McDermott Foundation Children's Clinic through to supplying MRI machines, upgrading operating theatres, building play spaces, as well as numerous specialist medical facilities. Matt, this is an absolutely incredible project that you've done, quite phenomenal really. How did it all come about?
It came about, my business is in a position After about year 3 of operation, I thought we could do something in a meaningful way. So I went looking for a charity.
And you found it.
Yep, I found it through a friend, Chris's sister. So she introduced me to Chris, and we had lunch, and this is the result.
The Little Heroes Foundation has a long and proud history in South Australia, and over many years the foundation has continued to raise much needed funds to help make the lives of seriously ill children and their families just that little bit better.
Some good friends of mine, their daughter got diagnosed with serious cancer. She's a 2-year-old. And that was just a couple weeks after I met with Chris for the first time. So that just cemented in my resolve to make this project the best it could be.
And it is incredible. I mean, up to your absolutely top standard, being a master builder. Was it hard to get all of the bits and pieces that you needed?
We were very surprised that everyone we approached wanted to jump on board. So coordination-wise, yeah, a bit difficult, but we managed it, and I think it'll be easier next time.
The project, called Building Dreams, is really something special. It's a good feeling to be a part of for everybody involved. How long was the project?
This was a 2-year project from meeting Chris for the first time to the auction day.
Well, well done.
Yeah.
You've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody support the people that support the community. I think it's wonderful work. Thank you so much, Matt. And the work doesn't stop here. This Building Dreams home is just one of many to follow. And I love the name Building Dreams Home because that's exactly what it is. They're building dreams, and Finesse Built have done a wonderful job. From the light-filled entry foyer, which boasts an impressive 6-metre high ceiling, through to the landscape gardens, this home has it all. There are 4 bedrooms, all with built-in robes, as well as 2 designer bathrooms and 2 living areas. Naturally, the Building Dreams home was finished to the highest possible standards. It's a credit to Finesse Built and everybody involved in the project. All the materials and the products that they've used are all top quality, and you really get that sense as soon as you walk in. Well done, Finesse Built. Now it's time for a quick break, but after that, we're back with more great building ideas.
Building ideas, we got some building ideas. You want some building ideas, we got some building ideas.
A little earlier we spoke about rainwater and ensuring its cleanliness for use, but it's a little bit bigger than that. For a second I want you to think outside your own backyard. Think about water runoff and the impact it has on our waterways, and in turn the impact that has on our drinking water. There are a number of things we as a community can all do to help reduce the pollutants and volume of stormwater that leaves our properties. The cumulative effects of everyone's actions has a significant impact on our waterways and oceans, and we can all play a part in minimising stormwater pollution. Tony Williams is from the Environment Protection Authority. Tony, why should we care about what's in our stormwater?
Terry, we've all got an obligation to avoid harming our environment. Our marine and aquatic ecosystems are harmed by pollution that enters the stormwater system. So therefore we should all do as much as we possibly can to avoid causing that harm.
Where does the runoff water go?
Stormwater goes to our creeks, rivers and our coastline, and in some areas it's even used to recharge underground aquifers. So it's really important we keep pollution to a minimum.
What are the implications if someone's caught?
Significant fines can apply to people who discharge pollutants to our stormwater system. A $360 expiation or right up to a $120,000 maximum fine and a conviction. And in serious cases, you could even be made to clean up what's happened and make good any damage or harm that you've caused. So it's best just to avoid the temptation to wash things down the drain.
What are the best ways to get rid of paint, cleaning agents and chemicals?
It's best to take them to a depot that's licensed to take that type of waste. Alternatively, the first Tuesday of every month, there's a free household waste depot at Dry Creek where people can take them. But if you're in doubt, call the EPA or get onto our website to get further information.
It's pretty simple really. Next time you go to tip something down the sink or the drain, think twice. Think about the impact it's going to have on our waterways, and also think about the impact it's going to have on our environment in general. If you want any more information about what you can or cannot put down the sink, visit the EPA's website, epa.sa.gov.au.
Well, I guess it's the point of everybody doing the right thing, and if we all just took a little bit more care and consideration, well, our environment's going to be a lot better off for it. Now, we're back in today's showcase home, which has been specifically built by Finesse Built to raise money for the Little Heroes Foundation. They do an incredible job, and I think it's pretty safe to say it's a devastating thought to think of a child with cancer, and the more support that we can give them, the better. The Building Dreams home is an absolute stunner. It's light-filled, warm and welcoming. The kitchen, which was designed by Alyssa and Lysandra, formerly from the block, is sleek and stylish and is the ideal centrepiece to the open-plan living area. The colour scheme is relaxed and casually muted, creating a sense of calm and relaxation. I really like the use of the overhead skylights too. Not only do they bathe the home in natural light, but they add a feeling of space as well. As you can imagine, a project of this scale was a massive undertaking and required people from all different walks of life to come together. And the end result, it's just fantastic. The fact that it created so much interest was also really good for the Little Heroes Foundation. Now, they've got lots of different projects on, and there's many different ways that you can support them. You could become a volunteer, you could make a donation, or you could just go along to some of their many events. If you'd like to look them up to help, then just look up littleheroesfoundation.com.au. Or likewise, if you're thinking about building your dream home, then look up finessebuilt.com.au. Now, that's nearly it for our first program. Before we sign off, this is what's on next week's show. Terry checks out some of the products available from CSR and how they can transform the look of your home. We'll pay a visit to one of our state's most historically revered buildings, and we'll showcase a lovely home built by DeCellis Homes. Some fantastic inspiration covering all areas of the home front there. Oh, it's so great to be back. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.
We got ideas,
Building
a
ideas,
whole new direction.
building ideas,
It's time for change.
building ideas,
Dreaming is over.
building ideas.
We got some building ideas. You want some building ideas? We got some building ideas.
Building Ideas is proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.